Greetings, Dr. Stephie here. This broadcast is about spring cleaning. Spring cleaning your business processes. Well, think about it. When we do spring cleaning, which maybe you do at your house, we look at which of all these things that we have here do we still need and which ones do we not need anymore? They're outdated. Well, I think it's like that when we talk about processes in your businesses. It's, of course, a good idea to do this on an ongoing basis and say, let's update these processes all the time. And that's what I always encourage everyone I work with to work toward, to have living, breathing processes and to put all the learning into these processes as we get that learning, as we experience something that could make the process better. But if you're not currently doing that, then spring cleaning is a great place to start. Do it right now. Look at which processes that we have are still that we, which of the processes that we currently have are still the way that we want them. And are they actually documented? That's the second thing. You know, so if they're not documented, it's time to start documenting them somehow. And that can be done very quickly and even informally. But if you don't have a process documented, it's very difficult to actually update them because all that updating just happens in the brain. So evaluating is number one, documenting, making sure it's all documented and up to date is the other. And then from there, you can go to having that, well, let's think about, is that stored somewhere, that knowledge? And if it is not stored in a central place where it's searchable, findable, then what are you going to do about that? So that's another aspect of this. So with this, then you can get to the point where you have all the time updated processes, where you have a place where you can put new learnings. So let's say you have processes documented, you use that to train other people on that or even remind them this is how this process is supposed to work. And then you see what happens. Maybe some of the people who go through that training or through that documented process material, they don't do it right. Well, where does it fail? Why does it fail? Well, usually it's not that somebody's just sloppy. Usually it's a gap in that document, in the document of that explains the process. Maybe something is confusing. Well, that's an opportunity to make that documentation better or even the process itself better. And that's what I'm talking about. So that ought to happen on an ongoing basis. If you're not quite there, then consider a spring cleaning where first you evaluate what you currently have. What's outdated? What is maybe something that's new that hasn't been documented yet? What's the state of documentation in the first place? Is it in a central place? Is it made teachable? And with that, how teachable is it? Are there some gaps? Are there things that need to be improved? So those are my 3 tips for spring cleaning. I'll see you shortly.